Okay. The next question is related to electric charges and field. Okay. The two charges Q1 and Q2 are placed in a vacuum at a distance d and the force acting between them is F. If a medium of dielectric constant 4 is introduced around them, the force now will be, okay, the force now will be option A 4F, option B 2F, option C F by 2, option D F by 4. So this question is related to Coulomb's law. Already know the Coulomb's law. Okay, in theory we will study about the Coulomb's law. What is the equation of Coulomb's law? F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by d square. Okay, Q1 Q2 by d square. And next, what is the question? If a medium of dielectric constant 4 is introduced around them, so okay, new force is produced when we introduce the dielectric constant K. So F dash is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K. We are introducing the dielectric constant K. Q1 Q2 by d square. Q1 Q2 by d square. So what is the difference between F dash and F? So F dash is equal to F by K. Okay, F dash is equal to F by K. So what is the meaning of K? K is dielectric constant 4. So F dash is equal to F by 4. F by 4. A new force is produced. So F dash is equal to F by 4. So according to all these four options, a new force is produced. Its value is F by 4. See the question. Two charges Q1 Q2 are placed at a vacuum at a distance d, and the force acting between them is F. The previous force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by d square. And next, when we introduce the dielectric constant 4, so we are introducing the dielectric constant value K. Dielectric constant is K denoted by symbol K. Q1 Q2 by t square. So what is the difference between F and F dash? So F dash is equal to F by K. So F dash is equal to F by K. Here K value is 4. Here K value is 4. So F dash is equal to F by 4. We will get the answer. So option D is right. Okay. The next question is what will happen when we rub a glass rod with the silk cloth? The question is what will happen when we rub a glass rod with the silk cloth? So we have to take the, before going to options, we have to take a glass rod. Okay. Glass rod, and we will take a silk cloth. Okay, this is a glass rod, this is a silk cloth. When we rub a glass rod with the silk cloth, so what happens? Some of the electrons are moving. The electrons are moving, means the negative charges are moving from glass rod to silk cloth. So what happens when we rub a glass rod with the silk cloth? What happens? The electrons are transferring from glass rod to silk cloth. So the glass rod will become a positive body. The glass rod will become a positive body. The silk cloth will become a negative body. Okay. So come to the options. Okay, first one A, the sum of the electrons from the glass rod are transferred to silk cloth. Okay, previous one only I told the electrons are transferring from glass rod to silk cloth. So option A is right. Next option B, the glass rod gets positive charge and silk cloth gets negative charge. Yes. So when the electrons are moving from glass rod to silk cloth, so glass rod will become a positive body and silk cloth will become a negative body. So option B also right. Next C, the new charges is created in the process of rubbing. So there is no production of new charges. So the new charges are not producing in this process. So option A is right, option B is right. So what they are given in option D, the both A and B are correct. Yes, both A and B are correct, means the sum of the electrons from the glass rod are transferred to silk cloth. Yes, this is also right. The glass rod gets a positive charge and silk cloth gets a negative charge. So this is also right. So option D is right. So both A and B are correct. Okay. The next question is the 4-point charges are placed at the corners of a square ABCD of side 10 cm as shown in figure. The force on a charge of 1 microcoulomb placed at the center of square is. So option A 7 Newton, option B 8 Newton, option C 2 Newton, option D is 0. Okay. what they are given in the question, the 4 point charges are placed at the corners of a square ABCD. There are 4 corners A, B, C, D. Okay, 4 charges are there. Okay, charges are there given here. The point is having, A is having 3 microcoulomb, point B is minus 4 microcoulomb, point C is 3 microcoulomb, and point D is minus 4 microcoulomb. And next, the center of the square, we have placed a charge. Center point we call O. Then we have placed a charge plus 1 microcoulomb. So how much all these 4 charges are? How much force is applying to this point O? Okay, the question is, so these are the 4 charges. So these 4 charges are how much applying force to the point O plus 1 microcoulomb. The placed on the center, the plus 1 microcoulomb. So come to the first point. The center point is, it is a positive charge, and A is also plus 3 microcoulomb. So this is also positive, this is also positive, and A point is repelled with the point O. Okay. And next, C point is also 3 microcoulomb. So 3 also repelled to the point O. So A point also repelled the point O. So C point is also repelled the same point O. So both these charges are repelled. So means the net force is applying on this point O is 0. So means 3 microcoulomb, point A is also plus A point is having plus 3 microcoulomb and point O is having 1 microcoulomb. So 1 microcoulomb, 3 microcoulomb. So point A is repel the point O, and point C is repel the point O, because the A point is also having 3 microcoulomb, point C is also having 3 microcoulomb. So 3 microcoulomb, so 3 microcoulomb repel the 1 microcoulomb, and this 3 microcoulomb is repel the 1 microcoulomb. So the net force is acting on the point O is 0. Next, point B and point D. So point B is also negative charge, plus 1 microcoulomb, minus 4 microcoulomb. Point D is minus 4 microcoulomb. So this minus point O and B are attract, and O and D are attract. So suppose these OB and OD are attractive force. So means the point B is attract the point O, and point D also attract the point O. So both the charges are having same magnitude. Both the charges are having same magnitude. So the net force applying on the point O is 0. So AO is 0, and OC is AO and OC is 0, and BO and DO is also 0. So the total net force, because the equal and opposite charges are cancel each other. 3 microcoulomb, 3 microcoulomb cancel each other. Minus 4 microcoulomb, minus 4 microcoulomb cancel with each other. So the net force applying on the, so what their question, they are asking the force on the charge 1 microcoulomb placed at the center of square is. So the total force is applying on the point O is 0, because they are having 3 microcoulomb, 3 microcoulomb, they are cancelled with each other. Minus 4 microcoulomb, minus 4 microcoulomb, both the charges are having same magnitude. So this is also cancelled with each other. So the net force is applying on the center point O charge is 0. Okay. The next question is the force between two small charges pairs having charges of 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb and 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb placed 20 centimeter apart in air is. So what we have to find out the force. Okay. The force between two small charges pairs having charges of, okay, two charges are there, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb, and second one is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb placed at 20 centimeter apart in air. So 4 options are there: A 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2, B 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton, C 5.4 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton, D 5.4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton. Okay, this is the formula based question. So which formula we are using? Coulomb's law formula we are using. Okay, charge Q1 they are given. How much they are given? Charge Q1 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton. So charge Q2 they are given. How much they are given? Charge Q2 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton. So separation distance R, how much they are given? 20 centimeter. Convert into meter. 20 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So 20 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So we are applying the Coulomb's law formula. What is Coulomb's law formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught nothing here, nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of 9. And Q1 charge is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7, Q2 charge is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Next, R square. R square is nothing So what we will get here? So 9 into 18. So 18 into 10 to the power of plus 9 and minus 7 minus 7. So we will get the answer minus 5, and 20 to 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square answer we will get 400 into 10 to the power of minus 4. 400 into 10 to the power of minus 4, 9 minus 4, we will get the answer 0.0045. So if we convert, so what we will get here? 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton. Okay. See the values. So 18 into 10 to the power of minus 5 divided by 400 into 10 to the power of minus 4 by substituting this value is equal to, if you divide this value, so we will get 0.0045. So if we convert 1, 2, 3, so 4.5 to 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton. It is a formula based question. Where is our answer? 4.5 to 10 to the power of minus 3. So option B is right. So we will get the force 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay. The next question is, the electric dipole is placed at an angle of 30 degree with an electric field intensity 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb. It experiences a torque equal to 4 Newton meter. The charge on the dipole, if the dipole length is 2 centimeter. So what we have to find out? The charge on the dipole. So we have to find out the Q value here. So what we have to find out? Q value here. Charge on the dipole, if the dipole length is 2 centimeter. There are 4 options they are given. A is equal to 8 microcoulomb, B is equal to 2 microcoulomb, C is 5 microcoulomb. Sorry, option A is 8 millicoulomb, B is 2 millicoulomb, C is 5 millicoulomb, D is 7 microcoulomb. So there are 4 options they are given. So what we have to find out? The Q value we have to find out. It is a formula based question. So first we have to know that what are the given values, what are the values they are given. So they are given the theta value. Theta angle is 30 degree. And next the dipole length 2a they are given. 2a dipole length is how much? 2a is 2 centimeter, means nothing but 0.02 meter. Okay. Next what they are given here? Electric field they are given here. So electric field E is equal to how much they are given here? 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb. Newton per coulomb. So what we have to find out here? We have to find out the Q value. So first the torque formula, tau is equal to PE sin theta. We will write tau is equal to PE sin theta. In theory we will write. So P is nothing but Q into 2A. Okay. Charge into dipole length. So tau is equal to PE sin theta. So P is nothing but Q into 2A. So E sin theta. So what do you want here? Tau. Next we want the Q value. So Q is equal to tau by 2A E sin theta. So this is our formula. So we have to find out the Q value. Q is equal to tau by 2A E sin theta. So what is the torque tau they are given here? The torque is 4. 2A value they are given here 0.02. Next E value they are given here 2 into 10 to the power of 5. Next sin theta. So sin theta is sin 30 degree. Sin 30 degree we will get the 0.5. So we will get the 0.5. I will write 0.5. So if we divide all these values, so how much we will get here? 4 into 2 into 10 to the power of 3. When we simplify, we will get the answer 4 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. And next, so if this minus 3 we are taking upper side, means what we will get? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 coulomb. So nothing but 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 coulomb, nothing but 2 millicoulomb. So compared to all these 4 options, how much we will get here? 2 millicoulomb. So option B is right. See the equations, see the formula based question. It is a theta value they are given here. 2A value 0.02, electric field 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So tau is equal to PE sin theta. So sin 30 degree. Okay. Theta angle they are given. Sin 30 degree is equal to 0.5. Tau is equal to Q into 2A E sin theta. So we want Q value. Q is equal to tau by 2A E sin theta. Tau value 4. 2A value is 0.02. And electric field is 2 into 10 to the power of 5. Theta is 0.5. When we substitute all these values, we will get the answer 2 millicoulomb. So option B is right. Okay. The next question is a metallic spherical shell has an inner radius r1 and the outer radius r2. Outer radius r2. A charge is placed at the center of the spherical cavity. The surface charge density on the inner surface is, okay. Option A, q by 4 pi r1 square. Option B, minus q by 4 pi r1 square. Option C, q square 4 pi r2 square. Option D, q by 4 pi r2 square. So what we have to find out? Two spherical shells are there. The inner having radius. A metallic spherical shell has an inner radius r1, which consists of inner radius r1 and outer radius r2. So what we have to find out? So which type of charges are producing here? Okay. So what they are asking? The spherical cavity of the surface, charge density on the inner surface is. So means the which type of charges are the charge density in the inner surfaces. So whether it is a positive charge density or negative charge density compared to all these four options. So if they simplify the equation, this figure, so here center is a positive charge, here center is a positive charge. So all the negative charges are induced here because all negative charges are attracted to positive charges. Here center is a positive charge is there. So which type of charges are induced in the inner surface? The negative charges are induced in the inner surface. Suppose negative charges are induced in the inner surface means here outside positive charges are induced in the outer surface. Here center is a positive charge. Okay. So which type of charges are induced here? The negative charges are induced here. Suppose here negative charges are induced means here outside the positive charges are induced. So means what they are asking? They are asking inner surface. Inner surface is nothing but we want R1 value. So means option C is cancelling. Option D is cancelled because they are given R2, R2. So they are not asking about R2. So they are asking about R1. So option C is automatically. So they are not asking about R2. They are asking about R1. So here they are given R2, R2. So these two options are wrong. Okay, next. So we have to compare between option A and option B. So both the equations are same. Here positive, here negative. Q by 4 pi r1 square. B is minus q by 4 pi r1 square. We have to find the answer between option A and option B. So previously I told here positive charge is there. Here not inducing any positive charge. Here inducing the negative charge. Means option B is right. So minus q by 4 pi r1 square. R1 square for inner surface and negative symbol for the induced charge. Here center is a positive charge. Here all negative charges are induced, not a positive charges. So option B is right.